I just found my sweet spot for the day. I'm just gonna camp out here, work here. I'm in the Central Plaza in Lima, and behind me, approximately 15 minutes ago, was supposed to be the changing of the guard front on the main plaza, but they're apparently running a little bit late. So I'm standing around looking like a douche in the middle of the Central Square. First time I've looked like a douche in South America, so that's kind of something to note for the day. And yeah, just hanging out. This is a really incredible part of Lima. I'd never been to the downtown center of Lima, and the architecture down here is absolutely astounding. It's so far beyond anything I thought I would see on this trip. So it's been quite a day. We got a tour of the Ministry of Culture from a friend of the guy that I teach this workshop with, who has lived here on and off for 20-something years, and he's buds with the ambassador from Peru, and he was able to take us through the Ministry of Culture earlier in the old State Department building where a lot of the treatises were signed and all those kind of things. And very cool. So I'm waiting for the change. By the way, it's not the changing of the guard that I'm interested in. It's what's happening around the changing of the guard. The changing of the guard is going to be like 50 yards behind this fence. I'm shooting a 35. It's useless. But there's all kinds of people gathered in front, and that's what's interesting to me. So it's not using the primary event as the primary photographic opportunity. It's the periphery of what's happening around the primary event that historically for me has always been more important and more interesting than the event itself. There's a cop with a whistle. He likes it. Very much likes it. I think he's blowing the whistle at a baby. I'm not 100% positive. You might notice the military presence behind me. Well, it turns out the president of Peru might be rolling in here any minute. Not something I expected. And the whole class is lined up where you can't see behind camera. All the students are sort of interspersed with it looks like every single military flavor they have here in Peru is lined up to embrace the president when he comes. And very clear delineations of where we can and cannot go. But it's been quite a day here in downtown Lima, and maybe we get El Presidente.
Ahora, si el Estado lo va a manejar política Va a hacerlo, pero cuando le va a dar la gana, ahí es lo que va a pasar. El pueblo va a ya cambiaron a su favor, va a cambiar el escenario. Que vaya porque va a traer allá todo lo basado de la ley.
Holy crap, looks like a civil conversation happening. I think we have a lot to learn in the United States. There's a whole group of guys behind me, and there's like two sides of the conversation, and they're just talking and like hashing it out. And the thing is, when one guy's talking, nobody else says a word. They just sit there and listen, and you look at their faces, and they're like, one guy goes, you could just see his face, and he was like, oh, I never thought of that. And then he speaks, and the rest of the guys like stay quiet and they listen and they table these ideas, and I'm like, isn't that what civil discourse is supposed to be like? Man, once again, Peru stepping up, showing us Americans what a bunch of hobos we are.